Alright, let's go and get started. Howdy howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out Soulslinger Envoy of Death. This game got its 1.0 release on April 17, 2025, and was in early access for, I think, maybe about a year and a half, maybe somewhere in that range. It's currently sitting in a mixed rating with a mostly positive review over on Steam. And speaking of Steam, the description says you are a gunslinger in Limbo involved in a gritty war against the Cartel, a ruthless organization harvesting souls to break free of the shackles of the afterlife. Grow stronger with each new run, gather the essence of lost souls, and to take on the biggest threats in this roguelite FPS. And roguelite FPS is exactly what this game is, so if you're into the genre, this might be right up your alley. It has all of the regular staples of whatever you would call a roguelite FPS with its meta progression. We have the power totem here. We can spend our 4 different currencies up here to make sure that each run gets progressively easier for ourselves, doing things such as increasing our damage and overall health, elemental damage, as well as rewards we get from bosses whenever we complete a boss in the game. We also have ourselves a light meta progression in itself. This isn't a way to increase your damage overall, but it is a way to make runs simpler, in the sense like for each consecutive shot with the gunslinger perk we have here, we basically have faster reloads, more damage. And yeah, that's pretty good. We also have one that reduces the damage we take whenever we do a dash. Enemies inflict more elemental status effects on themselves when we hit them. There's one that even lets you hit back harder whenever you take a hit, and also get damage reduction. So it has most of the regular staples you would see in there. This is our hub area here in the forest. We have an NPC over here named Lady Valerie we can talk to every once in a while, get some lore snippets, as well as Death himself, who we can talk to every once in a while. And we'll say something about the world in which we live in. And again, because this is called Soulslinger Envoy of Death, we are in fact an envoy. And essentially the cartel is being run by a previous envoy who's been corrupted, and our job is to stop him. And we do so by going through that portal and going through randomly generated runs through 3 different biomes, taking down bad guys, bosses, and whatnot, to our ultimate goal of taking down the leader of the cartel. Here at the workshop, we have a series of sidearms that we can take on, but they're not really sidearms, they're your main arms. I say sidearms because generally, considering revolvers are, your sidearms, and then you have, your long guns, your long rifles, that sort of thing. But in this game, there really aren't any long guns, which is kind of a sad thing if you take into consideration. I really wish they had taken the opportunity to add in maybe like a heavy weapon or something in the form of like a long rifle or something. But what's here is also pretty unique in its own way. We have a double barrel shotgun, and then we have other weapons that we can unlock. I have unlocked all the weapons. I believe the Phantom Triad was the last one they added into the game. Each of these weapons does something different, as you see, like for instance the Wraith Shot, which is my favorite. It's basically a single bullet, but all the bullets pass through enemy, and they're always imbued with a bullet ability. So if I take a fire elemental ability, my gun will always fire a fire bullet instead of having to go on a cooldown, as you'll see here whenever we start up the game. We then also have different elements: fire, lightning, blood, poison. There are more than that, but I've already taken the ability to basically get an expanded arsenal of abilities through that. We also have relics that will do different things, like give you additional accuracy and damage, more money, and then you can also have unlock like challenge locations, as you can see down there. It looks like we can even keep some of our money even if we fail a run, if we unlock that.
Feeling inspired.
I'm going to make sure that I've got my gun equipped. We are going to be running with the Wraith Shot. I do generally like this weapon. We will be able to carry a second with us. We'll be able to find them throughout the game, and they come in different rarities and different perks and stuff like that. I'm trying to decide if there's another gun maybe we want to consider taking. I generally like the Wraith Shot because we always get that elemental damage without having to wait for a cooldown. I say we go with the Wraith Shot, and then we see what we get on the the rest of the way through. That being said, if you like this content and you want to see more footage from games like Soulslinger Envoy of Death, make sure you're subscribing, comment down below, and let me know what you think of the game. Helps me out with the algorithm, and let's jump into it. We have normal difficulty and Trail of Ghosts. I'm going to go with normal difficulty, just because I haven't beaten the base game yet. I've gotten about, I don't know if I've beaten the second biome. And that may not sound like a lot, but these runs can be fairly lengthy. And it's probably one of the negatives I would say about it, is just like how short or how long some of these runs are. I do hope that in the future they take the opportunity to make runs a little less lengthy. As of right now, I think you have to go through, what is it, like, I think it was like 14 rooms, 15 rooms before you get to the boss of a zone. And honestly, that's a lot, honestly. So we're in the game. We now see this run. We're currently using the race shot. As you can see, there is an active reload component to the game, so that is cool. And because we can rack them up, so to speak, you're seeing me just back and forth dash. Looks like we completed this room. We'll get a 5% damage bonus. And then we also get a blood essence reward. Blood essence being one of the essences in the game that we can utilize for ourselves. We can go with a passive that gives us additional health. One that increases or marks enemies to consume the dash, replaced with an ultimate ability. I still haven't used that one yet. And one that puts a blue blood rune on the ground and weakens enemies twice. I don't really know what that means. Weakened enemy takes 10% more damage and moves 5% slower. Multiple weakened stacks, but are capped at 5. I'm gonna go with Essence of Life. And honestly, I think I might take the shotgun over the Night Quartet. It's a lot more upfront damage. And you can do the same thing. Oh, I missed the active reload. Alright, swap back to this one. We got Blood Essence, Toxic, and Tears of Oblivion. I think we'll go Toxic for now. Let's see what they get the Toxic. I don't pick this one a lot. We can see what we get with the Toxic Essence. As you can see, we do have ourselves a dash. I didn't have to dash too much in that fight.
Where are they?
No, that's a good question. Where are they? Took them a minute to spawn, but there they are. I will say one thing that is a little bit weird about this particular gun, the race shot, is that the bullets have some travel time. And that's kind of odd in itself. But as long as we hit our shots, we're going to get that gunslinger bonus. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go with noxious rounds. Toxic rounds that poison enemies in a large area. That can be pretty good.
How many of these do I need to get before I can end this?
And because we have the Wraith shot makes it to where every single one of our bullets will be a toxic shot. So keep in mind that's going to be pretty good for us. Soul Essence, Toxic. I say we go with the Soul Essence. This is going to give us some more currency we use to purchase other stuff. And where are the enemies? Ooh. Okay. I think we're doing pretty good. Get all this currency. There is an enemy right there. And I do love flipping the targets all together. Because of the fact that we had the piercing bullets, it does help out a lot. We got Soul Revolver, which comes with Jump Strike. I don't know what Jump Strike is. I don't know if I really care to find out because it's just a basic rifle or a handgun. Like no bonuses to it. Whenever you take damage, so do enemies near you. It's kind of sheer trauma.
Let's see if I can put this
Chances are we're going to take damage eventually. I'd rather other people take the damage as well. Share in our misery. Let's go ahead and pick up Shadow Essence. More than like, it's going to give us the Shadow Doppelganger, or Shadow clones that'll fire along with us.
Of course not.
Not bad. The poison shot is really good, turns out. It almost looks like they like shoot up and explode into like locusts. We got Dark Reflections, that's what I was talking about. Now we'll have shadow versions of ourselves firing at enemies as well. Looks like we have a Deathly Offering and a Blood Essence. Death's Offers basically give us a perk, but then they also come at a negative as well. Let's go check it out. You have to take one once you get here. But sometimes it's worth it. They might do something similar, something so simple as you can't dodge for the next encounter or something like that. Something I could deal with for sure. Shadow Shepherd. Ultimate ability. Press 3 to cast a powerful death spell. Your healing power is reduced by 30%. We take that one. You gain 7% damage resistance for the rest of this attempt. Your maximum health is reduced by 20%. Any resource found during this attempt will be worth 95% more. In the next 4 battles, you will not be able to restore health. Ooh. You know what? I'll take it. This is how my run ends. It's how it ends. Soul Forge. This is where we can go to level up one of the abilities that we have currently equipped on ourselves. Let's see what the Soul Forge is offering up. Dark Reflections get the level up, or your dashes have 80% less cooldown time. You know what? Let's do that one. Ooh. I like that one. And now we got into a blueprint here. This dash is pretty nasty.
I have places to be.
And like that, we just cleared out the whole room with like a couple of shots. We hit the guy all the way back here. Got our blueprint, and we are at the midway boss for the run. I think, honestly, the Nash and Toxic rounds are pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and use my ultimate that I have here. So, if you weren't aware of why I have an ultimate, because it wasn't so familiar with you, it's because of the fact that one of the perks that I picked up basically gives me a one-time ultimate that basically makes it to where I don't have to reload for the next 5 seconds. And so my single shotgun becomes an automatic for then the next 5 seconds, in which I just deleted that boss. Let's go with Slayer Streak. Slayer Streak increases the damage I do to a target by 45% after I've killed a target. And you can increase that one to 90% and 45% each time, so. Looks like we got a healing shrine here. Enemies are all over there. Looks like there's somebody behind me. Looks like we clipped someone there in the end. Well, 50% or less, you have reduced cooldown. Nice. We also have a healing shrine over here that heals us for 15% of our health. Go ahead and hop off. Why didn't, oh, we're still not getting any healing. That's right. We got a Nia's Blessing over here. This will give us maybe an upgraded weapon as well as a perk, perhaps. Can't remember if we have to do any fighting or not. It looks like we do have to fight for it. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, excellent. So it looks like we get Strength of Spirit. You gain 3 essences right now that match the ones you've collected so far. Every time you use an active skill during battle, you gain 15% damage for the current fight. Every time you go through a gate, restore 12% of your health. Let's go with the essence. Dashes poison enemies where you land. Poison damage happens more frequently with less time each between bursts. Poisoned enemies become contagious and spread the effect to those nearby every 2 seconds. Do that one. Enemies suffer 50% damage from poison. Gonna do that one. There should be one more. There we go. Poison damage happens more frequently with less time each between each burst. Now press 2 to leave behind a ghostly tainted echo of yourself for enemies attack. Once killed, it poisons nearby enemies. Ooh, actually like that one. We can go with Desolate Essence, Blueprint, and or Blazing Essence. I am going to go with the Desolate Essence. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this ghost.
Just keep coming.
Oh, and it's like, they're like for real taunted at it too. Nope. Nice. Collect all the money. Let's see. That wants to replace my 2. Enemy projectiles are slowed down by 40% when they get close to you. Bullets have. Yeah, let's go with the. We'll go with that. We got a healing shrine over here. We can now heal. So there we go. We are topped off. Soul Essence, Desolate Essence, Ember of Dreams. I'm gonna go with the Desolate Essence. If I get really lucky, I'm hoping we get a passive that basically makes it to where we do 200% damage to enemies we haven't hit yet. Ooh. Go ahead and throw the totem down. Uh-oh. We got hit. I'm gonna summon that guy. Oh, looks like we have a golem still over here. And there we go.
Used to that.
Honestly, that taunt from that poison decoy is really, really good. So we get from the Desolate Echo or Essence. Bullets have a 2% chance. Yeah, I don't care about that one. The weaken shot's really good, but I'm really digging this poison. Let's go ahead and receive a random stat bonus instead. Looks like we got a 4% healing bonus. We got a shop. Tears of Oblivion, which is a currency. Ember of Dreams, which is also a currency. Ember of Dreams is how you, or Tears of Oblivion, I believe, is how we upgrade our shrine for our overall profile.
Have ye ever come eye to eye with a soul shark?
Gain a random amount of special stones.
Jaws that could crush your spirit along with your bones. They made quite the trophy for me quarters.
Alright, Deadeye. So this is their vendor, Deadeye. One of the things I gotta say is that he has select things on offer for you. I'm kind of sad that you can't re-roll them. I hope that's something that comes later. But as of right now, you don't have any way to re-roll what he has on offer. I am going to take double damage though. There's a 25% chance that your bullets detonate upon impact, dealing damage again. Sounds too good to pass up. What is this one? All healing powers are 30% more effective during this attempt. Let's go ahead and grab that one. And blueprints, might as well. And we'll head on to the next room, which is going to give us some Ember of Dreams. Only another room after this one, and we will have our way with the first
Dead
boss.
men can still suffer.
I go ahead and summon my guy here. Looks like we took a crap ton of damage there. I'm trying to figure out why my thing isn't working. Seems like they don't seem to care at all about my totem. Just seems kind of odd to me that they don't seem to care about the taunt. I'm gonna try to jump out of here while I can. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Oh, looks like we got our Ember of Dreams. That room was really rough, and I'm not entirely sure why that was the case. We got a blueprint room. We got a Tears of Oblivion room. Go ahead and grab these Tears of Oblivion. And 5 health from that. And we took a lot of damage there. We got 1 room left, and then we still have to deal with the boss. I'm gonna go with the blueprint room. And hopefully these guys are a little bit more receptive to the taunt of my thing. Alright, looks like we managed to clear that room out a little bit better. Let's go see what we have here. No reward. Unless I picked the blueprint up. I must have picked the blueprint up already. Sometimes there's a healing shrine over there in the distance. Doesn't look like it's there now. Unfortunate, we could have really used a heal. I guess I can, really matter which what. We're going to the boss. Hopefully we don't take too much damage here. There is a shrine for healing right over here. I'm gonna go and grab that while we can. And we can choose to fight the boss or forego it. If you've already beaten the boss, you can skip him. I'm gonna go ahead and choose to fight him just because rewards, right? And our poison is doing hella work. Oh, I missed that. I want to keep up hitting with him because I want the gunslinger perk to keep doing its job. Doesn't seem like the boss cares too much about my clone. He's actually not taking a lot of damage at all from us. I wish he was taking just a little bit more. I almost kind of wish we had a dash perk that allows us to poison enemies. But we are taking them down ever so slightly. I might actually have to save the doppelganger for whenever he summons guys next time. See if that does me more damage by having them attack it instead. I seem to have done something. Boss is down. It's a lot easier to handle whenever you can take care of all the monsters super quickly in a group. Looks like we get a electric essence reward. I'm gonna go ahead and do upon impact, your bullets may randomly generate 1 to 2 sparks, dealing extra damage. Engulfing bullets. Whenever enemies that are already on fire with another status effect, it will trigger an explosion. I have nothing that sets enemies on fire, but we might get a gun. So the race shot can come in with different elements. We find another race shot upgrade. It's possible to have a gun with a fire upgrade as well as, you know, do poison damage. So I'm going to take that just on the off chance we happen to find another wraith shot. I am happy with the wraith shot. Oh man, I mean, not the wraith shot, but still pretty funny that we got a fire based weapon. I'm going to go with the random boost instead. 1% damage resistance. I don't know, maybe we could have taken the ultimate. I don't know. Still have not seen one worth taking for now. Enemy showing up where? We got one, first one right there. Nice, we managed to rack them up essentially. We missed that one, huh? If you say so. Ouch, I think we actually took a hit there. Oh, we had a enemy behind us? Is there any healing around here? We got this dash I'm definitely not using enough of. We can actually skedoodle around here pretty quickly if we were to use the dash more judiciously. Blazing essence, Tears of Oblivion. I'm gonna go with the Tears of Oblivion because there is a passive I currently have on me that says every time we pick up Oblivion Tears, I get 5 health back. I don't think I can use my taunt there.
Stay here and rot.
Go ahead and these guys don't seem to care about my oh. I'm gonna scooch around here a little bit. Let's see. We hit him? Okay, we got him. I think I got hit there. Kind of unfortunate. Ouch. These shadow dudes hurt. Alright. Done with those guys. Luckily for us, we have a health shrine right here I can pick up. That'll negate some of the damage we took. Got a little bit of healing there. Hex Weaver, homing bullets. You know what? We'll trade it for the double shot. Electric essence or flaming essence? Let's go with flaming.
Where are they?
Try out this gun and see how it works. Ouch. Ran into some of those hits. There we go. It's like fire, poison, and lightning the same round. I didn't even know where I did that. Awesome. Barrier, stash. No, we're gonna go with the random buff. Damage resistance. Okay. Looks like we got a Hex Weaver with no perk. I think we're gonna stick with the one we have. Wasn't a fan of the upgrade. I think I'm gonna stick with using the weapon we're using. Yeah. Wraith Shot. Even at level 1, this thing is still destroying. And definitely a good time to have used my dash and didn't. So that's on me. If I don't get stuck on trees, I'm gonna be in a good spot. There we go. Need to take her down ASAP. Oh, come on. You're dead, right? Just in case.
Anyone else?
Alright, now we got Emporium, Toxic Essence, Soul Essence. I don't think we need to buy anything outright. Let's go on Toxic Essence and see if we can find ourselves an ultimate ability. Did we kill that dude? I think he died of his own. Good. So you can see the damage starting to slack off now. We're not killing things as fast as we were. We're now having to take the benefit of the poison shots themselves to actually do the damage we want. Oh shoot. Thought I dashed to the side. There we go. Excellent. And there we go. That's what we want. We could do Plague's Embrace. Poison all enemies. No more enemies are summoned after the current wave. That's nice. That ends the fight outright. We got an epic rarity Night Quartet. The only thing epic about this is stun duration. I don't know. I don't know why this is considered epic. Let's take it out over the Hex Weaver. The Night Quartet has a heat gauge instead. It can fire infinitely until it overheats. Like that. Alright, we got Shadow Essence, Ember, Dreams, and Tears of Oblivion. Gonna go for the Tears of Oblivion. And we're almost at the mid-boss. Just one more round.
Let's crack the rest of you open.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop that. He doesn't seem to care about my Shadow Clone Jutsu. Let me get a dashy dash. Ouch. Ouch. I say ouch. Go ahead and take this guy for a ride. Take those guys out. Looks like they're summoned, and if you take out the guy who summoned them, then you don't have to worry about them so much anymore. Take a shot over there, but the guy's behind cover. Alright, he's out. There should be 2 more left. How did that not hit? Okay, I know how that didn't hit, though. Where is my target? There we go. There we go. Do I still have to take out these guys? Looks like I do. Oh, shit. They can go through walls. Wasn't that fascinating? There we go.
Another part of Limbo freed from these wretches.
Oblivion, and now we're in mid-boss. I was doing so much dashing, I didn't even notice if we had any heal shrine. This dashing perk is awesome, though. I will say that right up front. To me, we're doing decent damage. This guy isn't too hard as long as you stay on the move. And as long as you keep the enemies killed, don't let them get too far away from him, and you can splash damage them to death. You're in a good spot. As you can see, we're splash damage them pretty good. Missed that shot. That's not bueno. We let some enemies free. That sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and just rush past all that. Not hitting him with my shots anymore for some reason. There we go. The fun part is we're really not struggling for the tactics at all. It's just that we don't have an upgraded version of our weapon at all. There we go. All enemies down. With the blueprint, Ember of Dreams, Tears of Oblivion, another Ember of Dreams. all that jazz. Looks like we had a poison version of the Soul Revolver. Not a terrible weapon, but also not a good one. And move on along. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be a healing shrine for this one, which is sad because we did take a couple of hits there. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and throw down my ultimate. There seems to be one guy left over here. Cool. And my ultimate works exactly how it was supposed to, in which when we use it, no more enemies spawn, so cool. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and take the bonus. Healing bonus, 4%, blood, Emporium, and Ember. We can go with Emporium on the off chance that there is a heal that we can purchase. Plus, we probably are sitting on pretty purse.
Did I tell the
We
story
are.
about how I wrestled a shambling wraith bear for 30 years? Ah, fear brings a tear to my eye, if I had one. Now, what's your pleasure?
I'm gonna go ahead and buy everything he has on offer. Yeah, look, buy all 4 items from Deadeye. Didn't even know it was an achievement thing.
Next time, I'll put out the good stuff.
And we still have money to spare. If we see another shop, we can definitely take an opportunity to take advantage of that. Go ahead and throw out our thingy. Ouch. We have our taunt back up if we want to use it. Can I hit this guy? I can. Nice. Ooh, we managed to snack that. Oh, there's a healing shrine. That guy's gone. There we go. Go for that healing shrine. Topped off. And no passes. Sadly, no passes. But we did get 4% additional health. Cooldown explosion. I'm assuming that means that whenever this goes on cooldown, or an ability goes on cooldown and explodes. Soul Forge or Emporium. Oh, Soul Forge, honestly. What we have here, change to charging death. No thank you, I actually really like the charge we have. Let's see. Leap behind a ghostly echo, tainted echo of yourself for enemies to kill. To leap behind a ghostly echo of yourself for enemies to attack. Once killed, it poisons nearby enemies, deals massive damage. I don't know what the difference is other than massive, but there was rewording on that one. One to kill and one to attack. It didn't make any sense why that was worded the way it was. You know what I mean? Let's go and throw down our stuff. Looks like we got somebody in the back. How did that hit us behind the cactus? But oh well. There's somebody up here. There we go. Managed to collateral all those guys. Did I see a healing shrine earlier? Can't remember if I did or not. Could have just been something else. I don't see anything glowing green. Blood essence and soul essence. What was the gun? Double barrel, stun reload, fire duration 25%. We'll go with soul essence. I missed. Okay. We'll aim at the ground then. Okay. Lesser essence. Let's see. Choosing this will spawn elite enemies. Defeat them will turn them into a prime essence. You will get the healing tears. I would like the heals. And then we have a question mark for a room. Must be a narrative room. What is this? Okay, it wants to give us free stuff, or be it for me to turn that down. Funny that two of them were the same thing. Oh, we also got like another essence. 2% chance to do critical damage. Toxic Ward happens more often. We'll go with powerful toxin. Blueprint room. Run. Oh, okay. This is one we gotta follow the essence. We don't actually have to fight. We just have to make it to the end. And because I've already done this once and messed up horribly, like that. Yep, that's good. This is probably going to be the end for me if I don't make it over here. But essentially, as long as we make it to the end, we're good. There we go. We made it to the end. And now we have to deal with the boss. And we've got dropped to like 58 health for playing like a fool. This is actually the farthest I've ever made it. That's one thing I learned about this boss. Is you gotta kind of bang dashing. And like that, I got hit. I don't know how I got hit, but... Yo, gotten down. Yeah, I am not fantastic at this boss, and that run that goes there definitely took me down last time. That was only my second attempt at that boss. And his dash, it looks like you have to wait for like the last minute before you do a dash, or else you're gonna get railroaded pretty hard. But that was a look at Soulslinger Envoy of Death.
Okay.
The game is definitely fun. There are definitely some things I wish that would be changed or added in the game. I do really hope that in the future they add like long rifles. Again, I think that's kind of unanimous across the entire community of people who've been playing the game, is that they were sad to find that no rifles or anything in the game. But overall, the game is pretty fun. A lot of comparisons have been made to other games I don't think are really warranted. I saw someone compare this to Witchfire. Witchfire is an extraction shooter. This one is a roguelite shooter. Both have vastly different things going on for them. It's okay for them to share similar gameplay type. But yeah, overall, enjoyable game. Definitely worth the $8.99 it's currently on sale for. I don't know if it's worth the $18 to $20 as of right now. I feel like it could be there, but I need the addition of maybe shorter runs and or like offering a bigger weapon spread for things you could utilize. But yeah, other than that, it's fairly decent. So anyways, that's going to go ahead and end it for the video today. If you like the content, you want to see more of games like Soulslinger Envoy of Death here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, let me show you the game. And until next time, you guys take care, and I will catch you all in my next video.